everyone! Welcome to my Good Brain Stories of Resilience video premiere. My name is Dr. Danessa Mayo and I'm the CEO and founder of My Good Brain. This May 2022, we are proud to partner again with MTV Entertainment Group and Task Force for Mental Health Action Day. We are joining more than 1,400 other leading companies, brands, nonprofits, and cultural leaders globally for this important event. This year, the focus is all about teen mental health and connection. Youth mental health has been on the decline over time and driven even further by this pandemic. In 2020, 1 in 6 individuals in the US ages 12 to 17 experienced a major depressive episode. In addition, 1 in 5 reported that the pandemic negatively impacted their mental health. In order to help today's teens flourish into the young adults that we want them to be, we knew we needed to have more open conversations about mental health topics that currently impact their well-being. And that brings us to our special video premiere today, Stories of Resilience. We reached out to individuals from all walks of life who are willing to share about their mental health journey and stories of resilience. And what we learned through this process was equally important to highlight. The stigma of mental health and mental health conversations are still a big challenge to overcome for many. And so, we are in deep, deep gratitude for those who have decided to submit to our call. Now, I'd like to invite you to hear from 8 different people who have bravely stepped up to the moment and shared their stories of resilience. We hope that these stories resonate with you, encourage you, and inspire you to take action for your own mental well-being. Hi there, my name is Dr. Danessa Mayo. I'm the CEO and founder of My Good Brain. Today, I want to share with you my story of resilience. Taking an intention to be slow and mindful during each day has been one of the most important things that I have learned works for me. Having a morning routine from the moment I wake up really helps me set the day on a good note. Making time for yoga, dance, some light body movements help me feel more energized. Doing some arts and crafts during my free time has also been really helpful in boosting my creativity and resilience during really tough times. Putting my mental health first has helped me feel more grounded, find calm and peace, and really decrease my everyday worries and anxiety. I would say take a moment and breathe. That's really where we need to start. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to walk away and come back in a few minutes, or take a whole day to just gather yourself if that's what you need. And if you find that those negative automatic thoughts that you're dealing with are just really too much to bear on your own, you are not alone. And know that there are people who can help.
Hi, my name is Melissa and I'm a full-time preschool teacher, and for the past year I've also been a full-time student. My mental health has been up and down, trying to balance those 2 areas of my life, and I've had a lot of sleep issues and changes in my mood, and was losing motivation to complete my tasks. So I decided to commit to doing one thing for myself every day. At minimum, it was putting moisturizer on my face before going to sleep. Just something that helped me feel like I was taking care of myself, or something that would help my tomorrow be a little bit better. It just prevented me from feeling like I, was ignoring my body. When I have more time, I love creating art. I love creating things with my hands, and I think that art is a great escape for me mentally. It gives me a break from my normal work, and it gives me time to do something that, perks my mood up. So if you are facing your own mental health challenge, I highly recommend you just take a really big breath and think of one thing that'll help make you feel taken care of. What's one thing that'll help you feel a little bit more nourished? I think it'll help your next task or your next plan just come a little bit easier. You know, it'll make you feel better about the next thing you're going to do.
Hi everyone, my name is Alicia. I'm actually a volunteer for My Good Brain, and here are some of my little mental health tips. So definitely the staples of my mental health comes from exercise, keeping my friends close and in contact, and also meditation. And these are just things that I believe will help everyone of all ages from everywhere, and just things that I really believe in. Just wanted to show you, here's my meditation bench and my meditation cushion that was actually gifted to me by a monk at the Berkeley Buddhist Priorate. And here's a little affirmation postcard that I have on the wall. It just helps keep me grounded and kind of as a point for my mind to, I guess, jump off from during meditation. Another thing I wanted to share were the cute little plants in my room. I think plants are a great little boost for your mental health, just because seeing them grow, seeing leaves fall and new leaves bloom, it just really reminds you that we are just as resilient as these plants, and nothing is permanent and everything is okay. This is a bonsai with a shrinky dink that my friend gave me that's supposed to represent me, and I think it really is very accurate, and looking at it makes me really happy. So these are my tried and true mental health tips. Hopefully they can help you as well, and thanks everyone.
My name is Lanikka Wright. I am 36 years old. I am a wife. I am a mom to 3 boys who are homeschooled. I am also a self-employed licensed cosmetologist. I wear a lot of hats. I also work daily to manage my mental health. I was first diagnosed with depression when I was 13 years old. Later in life, I was re-diagnosed with depression, and I was also diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. Once I became a full adult and a mom and just a busy human being, I started dealing with also a lot of anxiety. So all of these things, even though they don't all show up every single day, I work daily to manage them. If you are dealing with anything related to mental health, the best advice that I could give you, that I usually tell anyone, other than therapy is okay, find yourself a good therapist and just have that outlet. The other thing is finding a coping skill. Once you know what your coping skills are, even if you just have to write them down, and when you start feeling low or down, or you feel yourself going into that dark place, just refer to that list and try to do 1 or 2 of the things on that list to uplift yourself, make yourself feel better, so that you don't go down that path to sadness or whatever it might be that just weighs so heavily on you. I hope that was helpful, and that's it.
Hi, my name is Nathaniel Lee, and this is my mental health story. About 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder, otherwise known as OCD. And this was a disorder which was detrimental to my life at times. I would have cracked hands from washing them so many times, and I was filled with constant fear and anxiety from my constant fear of germs and death and other ridiculous factors that didn't have any real effect on my life. Eventually I reached out to a therapist, and this was the best decision I ever made in my entire life. It made me feel like that I wasn't alone, and it significantly altered my way of life in a better direction. And my advice for anyone who's going through something similar to me or another mental health situation is to reach out. You aren't alone. There are always people who are willing to help you out, whether that's a friend, a parent, or a therapist. There's so many people who are willing to help and who don't want to turn you away and who want to see you succeed in life. Please get help. It will benefit you so much, and it really will make a difference. You aren't alone.
Hey, my name is Ash. I first started experiencing struggles with my mental health in my late teens when I went to university, that point I was diagnosed with depression. Since then I've had diagnoses of depression, anxiety, and complex PTSD, which turns out was what was actually affecting me the whole time. So my first piece of advice, especially to anyone struggling right now, is to seek help. There is absolutely no shame in seeking help. And also as well, if you've sought help in the past and not found it helpful, or something you're doing at the moment isn't working for you, is to keep finding the answers. Don't give up on yourself. I really live and believe in that you do not have to suffer, and sometimes it's just about finding what works for you. So that's something that's been life-changing for me, is continuing to ask questions and find what works. One thing I do is I see an integrative GP, which is she helped me find nutritional deficiencies that were affecting my mental health a lot. So I've been able to sort that out with her. The other thing I do is practice self-compassion, which has helped me learn to talk to myself like my epically kind friend would. I practice mindfulness as well, which helps me see my thoughts as thoughts, not to the absolute truth. And also as well, making sure that I'm doing something that I love every single day. So for me, that's hanging out with my daughter and whatever it is through creativity. So writing, taking photos of everything, or eating at cute cafes with nice food and amazing people.
Hi there, my name is Zainab, and just over a year ago I was diagnosed with a lot of different mental health disorders, including borderline personality disorder and PTSD. As a child, I always struggled with a lot of my emotions, my feelings, and the things I felt towards myself, towards other people. I had a lot of anxiety, a lot of depressive thoughts, and a lot of self-harm and suicidal ideation. And it always felt like no one really understood what I was going through. But I realized later that someone will understand, and even if they don't understand, it will be a relief to have all this weight off your shoulders. Being able to share your burden with someone else, someone you trust, someone you love, will ultimately be one of the first steps in recovering and being able to enjoy life again. So my advice would be to talk to someone you love and trust and get the help you need as early as you can. Your feelings are valid, no matter if they are tiny or if they're huge. They are valid nonetheless. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alicia Cardell, also known as Cardell Art, and this is just a bunch of stuff that I made when I graduated college. It was my way of just externalizing so much mental noise that I was having during that time period. I felt that I was, out of necessity, needed to find some way to cope with the noise in my head. It was just overwhelming, and I was so sick of being reactive all the time, and I really wanted to just figure out the tools so I could behaviorally cope long term, and develop a more compassionate relationship with myself. And I make these things not to say that I mastered mindfulness nor self-love at all. These are things that I've just made that help me get it out of my own head, and I'm really grateful that I could be able to connect with people who resonate with what I'm trying to work on, and hopefully I can be there in time of someone's need. But you know, all this stuff is really, really difficult and mostly taboo in our community and our society, so I just wanted to be able to create a way of externalizing it in an attractive way. And most of what I make is inspired by puppies. Thanks.
So there you have it, all 8 stories of resilience, all different and yet all similar in the underlying message that you are never alone. There's help out there, and to always have hope. Thank you for tuning in to My Good Brain Stories of Resilience. May you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you live with ease.